The world's biggest mega project is here, and it's going to change how industries interact with each other. With countries like the United States, India, and the continent of Africa involved, this particular mega project comes with a whopping price tag of £77 billion. But among these countries, India is making a huge leap by building 8 different cities, which gave birth to a project called the DMIC, or the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. Being part of the Industrial Corridor mega project, we expect India's part to be completed by 2040. The first phase of this project is already in the works, but what exactly does the £77 billion mega project cover? How will it change the connectivity between various industries? And what are some of the challenges the DMIC is facing right now? Today, we take a deep dive into the world's largest mega project and everything you need to know about the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. To understand the DMIC project, we first need to learn what exactly the Industrial Corridor, which comprises the DMIC, has to offer. An industrial corridor contains a package of infrastructure projects aimed at improving the industrial development health of various countries, making them interconnected and forming an alliance that will benefit everyone mutually. The world's current largest industrial corridor mega project costs even more than £77 billion, and we're looking at a huge cluster of manufacturing, including ports, highways, and even railroads. Currently, the United States of America is working on Chicago and has already developed a fully fledged highway system that connects to more than 10 interstate highways. They also connect to a port district and a river system that ultimately connects to the Great Lakes, Mississippi River, and even the Atlantic Ocean. This industrial corridor in the US has over 250 million square feet of industrial space and has been improving with time. Then we have the continent of Africa, which maximizes the benefit of this project and solves different nations' biggest problems. Different studies show that the urban population in Africa is expected to grow by a staggering 60% by 2060, which is just insane. For that, they've become part of the International Corridor and developed various projects such as the Export-Import Bank of China, the European Investment Bank, and the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa. To make it interesting, the national governments have funded around 29.8% of all the projects, and the rest is made up of different investors. Finally, we have the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, costing a huge £77 billion and is expected to change the way we do business in the country. To dive into the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project, we must discuss the unique details and objectives of the £77 billion initiative, including the 8 smart cities being developed along the corridor. These cities and infrastructures aim to bolster India's economy by linking Delhi and Mumbai with high-tech facilities, transportation links, and dedicated investment zones to stimulate business and industrial growth. But what exactly will it uncover? The DMIC is a flagship project backed by the Indian government focused on establishing a high-speed rail freight corridor between Delhi and Mumbai. If you didn't already know, this project is covering a massive 1,500 kilometers. Moreover, this corridor connects India's political capital, Delhi, with its financial powerhouse, Mumbai, aiming to reduce logistics costs, speed up freight movement, and improve connectivity. Major industrial hubs are being established along the corridor to integrate manufacturing, technology, and services, transforming these cities into global centers for business and innovation. This is the first industrial corridor on the backbone of the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor between Delhi and Mumbai, covering an exact distance of 1,504 kilometers while passing through different places like Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, NCR, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. However, when you reach towards the end of this project, you'll see Dadri in the Delhi NCR and Jawaharlal Nehru port near Mumbai. And if you weren't already surprised, this mega infrastructural project is a joint venture between India and Japan that is designed to improve Japan's manufacturing sector and the transport of goods between both countries. A huge emphasis has been placed on the Dholera Special Investment Region in Gujarat, which would most likely be a key manufacturing center. Other important areas include the Shendra-Betkin in Maharashtra and the Degi Port area, both of which are aimed at improving India's connection with the western ports. However, the DMIC project isn't as well marketed as something like NEOM due to the problems it's been facing throughout the years. Even though the project was first announced in 2007, there have been many challenges, including land acquisition, poor public response, and delays in getting the right funding. But even to this date, the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project is still India's top priority, making the country chase the numbers to become the world's biggest economy. But this begs the question, why was this project even necessary in the first place? The Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor is one of India's most ambitious mega projects, designed to address critical gaps in the country's economic, logistical, and industrial landscape. This project is essential and key to improving India's economy. Here's why. Firstly, India has long relied on smaller-scale manufacturing clusters, often concentrated in less organized industrial zones with limited connectivity. The DMIC represents a shift towards large, planned industrial cities connected by high-speed freight corridors. This change helps India compete globally by creating structured hubs that draw in both domestic and foreign investments. Streamlining freight transit between Delhi and Mumbai lowers production and logistical costs, making Indian products more competitive worldwide. Secondly, the corridor's construction includes 8 new cities, each designed to serve as manufacturing and logistics hubs. The resulting growth will create millions of jobs in the construction, technology, logistics, and manufacturing sectors. To make it interesting, these planned cities are equipped with infrastructure for sustainable living, from advanced water management to renewable energy sources. By creating job-rich urban areas, DMIC will help accommodate India's rapidly urbanizing population, alleviate pressures on existing cities, and provide a better quality of life. But if you thought the vision died here, you'd be wrong. You see, India's logistics infrastructure is notorious for bottlenecks that increase transportation costs and slow down freight movement. The DMIC addresses this with modern roads, ports, airports, and an extensive freight rail system. This not only reduces transit time for goods, but also promotes ease of doing business. Efficient infrastructure helps Indian companies optimize supply chains, accelerating trade within India and beyond. The master planning has already been completed, and the country is supposed to have many interesting projects underway. The DMIC states of India have already been contributing heavily to the economy. These states make up a total of 45% of GDP, 58% of value input, 45% of the nation's factories, and 57% of the value of exports. With the country's exports reaching a staggering $720 million in 9 years and the value of output being around $3.3 trillion, this megaproject's vision is now going far beyond what they're already offering. By 2030, the cities will account for nearly 70% of India's GDP, and that is one of the main reasons why the new DMIC project is going to expand India's vision. When we check the project's official master planning, we can see many unique key sustainable concepts. The first one is to reduce commuting needs for the workforce. This would include the construction of industrial zones, the provision of affordable housing near these zones, and the integration of land for mixed use. To make the project more sustainable, the master plan also encourages cycling and pedestrian areas. Other points include the use of renewable energy sources, reduction of water and solid wastes, integration of existing villages into the new city, and the most exciting of them all, a smart city that will incorporate IT-based real-time control and governance. With all these exciting things in mind, you might be wondering what the new cities that the country is building are and why they make up roughly £77 billion in the first place. Let's find out. The 8 cities in this megaproject will be unlike anything we've ever seen. As one of the most ambitious nodes, the Dholera Special Investment Region, Gujarat, is being developed as India's first greenfield smart city with world-class infrastructure. The city spans over 920 square kilometers, with 22.5 square kilometers initially designated as the activation area to attract investments. This area is equipped with smart roads, integrated transit networks, and a central command center that monitors city operations through thousands of sensors. Dholera's layout aims to support a population of 2 million, and it's drawing interest from the tech and manufacturing sectors due to its infrastructure and policy incentives. Secondly, located near Aurangabad, Maharashtra, the Shendra-Bitkin industrial area is set to emerge as a large-scale industrial cluster divided into 2 parts, Shendra and Bitkin. Shendra, covering 84 square kilometers, is nearly complete, with well-established infrastructure for high-growth industries and export businesses. Bitkin, covering an additional 42.75 square kilometers, is being developed to attract heavy industries and handle manufacturing waste sustainably. The city leverages its proximity to Aurangabad's airport and rail networks, making it ideal for logistics and export-oriented industries. And then we have the Manesar Bawal Investment Region, Haryana. Positioned near Delhi, this smart city is designed as an industrial zone with an emphasis on automotive manufacturing. Spread across 400 square kilometers, it supports international export businesses with roads and freight corridors already operational to enable seamless movement of goods. The integration of these transport facilities boosts the city's appeal to multinational manufacturers, especially from the automotive and electronic sectors. Next, the Kushkera Bhiwadi Nimrana Investment Region in Rajasthan is primarily geared towards electronic and electrical manufacturing, making it a hub for innovation in these sectors. It spans 165 square kilometers and includes facilities such as plug-and-play industrial setups to attract tech startups and global firms. The city also connects to the western ports, facilitating trade and enhancing its appeal for high-tech manufacturing investments. Another important note for the project is the Pithampur Dar Mao investment region in Madhya Pradesh. The city's development focuses on heavy engineering, pharmaceuticals, and automobile manufacturing. Its central location makes it accessible from various Indian cities, and its facilities include large industrial parks with eco-friendly zones. The city's logistics infrastructure is built to support nationwide distribution, positioning it as a key industrial zone in central India. The Dadri-Noida Ghaziabad investment region is located in the National Capital Region. This region is designed as a logistics and warehousing hub. It includes the Dadri Logistics Hub, which is strategically linked to major rail and road networks, offering efficient connectivity across northern India. The city supports warehousing, e-commerce, and retail industries, making it a major player in the country's supply chain infrastructure. The Dighi Airport industrial area near Mumbai is emerging as a port-driven industrial hub designed to support India's global trade by augmenting the capacities of nearby ports. Spread over 253 square kilometers, it's intended to accommodate warehousing, logistics, and heavy manufacturing industries. With this, Dighi is set to become a significant component of India's export strategy. Lastly, we have one of the megaproject's most important parts, Jodhpur Pali Marwar Industrial Area, Rajasthan. Jodhpur's industrial area focuses on mining, ceramics, and textile industries, leveraging Rajasthan's natural resources and skilled labor in traditional crafts. The city also includes sustainable industrial facilities and logistics parks aiming to modernize the region's economy while preserving its cultural heritage. With targeted investments, this city is envisioned as a balanced blend of traditional and modern industries. For now, these are the 8 nodes that India is focusing on, and construction has started in its first phase. India's vision is to finish these 8 smart cities by 2040 and embark on a new and revolutionary journey of becoming the world's biggest economy, potentially targeting the United States and China. Each DMIC city will utilize advanced technology for efficient functioning. Smart grids, IoT-enabled devices, AI-driven traffic management systems, and energy-efficient buildings are planned to ensure sustainable development. The goal is to create cities that not only accommodate businesses, but also provide high-quality living spaces with minimal environmental impact. In the long term, DMIC is positioned to make India a formidable player in global trade. With reduced transportation times, international companies can streamline their production cycles, making India a go-to destination for manufacturing and logistics. The corridor also offers strategic benefits by linking the eastern and western coasts of India, enhancing maritime trade routes. But even with so much unique vision all over the place, the country is still having a lot of trouble and challenges when it comes to building its first international industrial corridor. Securing large tracts of land is a sensitive issue in India. Although the government has introduced reforms, acquiring land from local communities remains a challenge. That's because there is a lot of land culture, specifically within the Jute community, that are often not willing to give up their land even when compensated for it. Moreover, large-scale construction projects like DMIC impact local ecosystems. Balancing economic growth with sustainable practices is essential to eliminate any adverse environmental effects. With the whole industrial corridor project, these developers can not only have a significant biodiversity loss, but also cause a lot of pollution, potentially increasing the air pollution in the area. And if we know one thing that countries like India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan suffer from, it's the poor air quality index. With a substantial budget, the DMIC relies on both domestic and international investment. Sustaining the project's financial health over years of construction is a major focus. This is why the project, ever since its emergence, has been facing a financial loss. It's getting harder and harder to find the right investment at the right time. To make things worse, multiple jurisdictions, state-level regulations, and policy changes can slow down progress. Creating a cohesive regulatory environment is key to smooth development, which India seems to be having some trouble with. And in the never-ending list of problems that the DMIC is facing, we also have the quality problem since there seems to be a lack of engineers in the area. Most quality engineers would usually move out of the country, and creating a team of reliable engineers is one of the hardest tasks for any country. But despite these issues, the DMIC is still moving on strong and is aimed to be finished by 2040. So what do you think about India's largest infrastructure project right now? Do you think that the DMIC will thrive, helping India to become one of the world's largest economies? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon for future mega project related videos.